Hello, sports fans. Mauricio here. Well, let's take a look at Power BI. We made a data set, 5 country sales, and we just chose Get Data. So I'm going to display a report that I've been working on here, but we chose Get Data and SQL data, and then typed in our database and server and just selected this table. And so this is this is our table of data that we created. And again, why are we using arrays? Because joins are difficult, slow, and you can make errors or that it may not calculate correctly. So I prefer to build data sets column by column by column. It's pretty straightforward and usually no surprises. And update set is pretty quick rather than deal with the restrictions of group by queries and subqueries, etc. But so we like using arrays. I hope you do. So we built this array and we saved it to a database table, and now we can make some charts. We just have one table of data. You can connect to like 5 tables. You don't have to make a data model and shove it all in one table. You can join several tables and still get the same results. But one of my themes is do the calculations in SQL. There's probably going to be quality control. Okay, just to point out for a second, they are really integrating DAX, data analysis expressions, the DAX programming language. They're really, looks like they're featuring it here. If you're finance or accounting, that's probably your programming language to get things done. All right, so I'll run through some reports. So you saw the data table. Here's our columns. So we have Canada, product, model. So model and product, there's a hierarchy there. So we'll drill down from product to model. And these are the units. And so this is fictitiously the end of month report for 6 countries, 5. And we just have units. And we calculated some percentages. And we have also profit. So we have, actually that's a nice hierarchy, subcategory, model, product. I wish we had city inside country. Might be interesting. All right, just to point out for a second that some of these don't make much profit. In fact, they're losing money. Some of these units losing money, so we probably should look into that. Do you lose money on this road 350 in all stores in France, or Germany, or just some of them? Is there unauthorized discounts? All right, so this is the first map here. All right, so I didn't put US in this data set. Boy, there we go. But all you do is you drag country into location and subcategory onto the legend, and doing that on the legend makes the little pie charts that show the different categories, and the size of the bubble also shows that there's a lot more unit sales in North America. But it looks like Australia is interested in touring bikes. So you just put the numeric column on the bubble size, and I chose units, so that's total units, so that could have been revenue. And it's always good to spend time on the formatting. I opened up the legend, which is right here, and I just increased the font, and also the title are machine generated and usually pretty wonky. Sum up totals by country. That's not so bad. Total units by country. Oh boy. Just came back. Didn't do anything, but not complaining. I did want to change the title a little bit. I'll just click off it. All right, so that's good. So this first icon are the different visualizations. The second is the formatting. And please do take some time to increase font sizes. Let's do that again. So that's the legend. We'll hit up. That's a lot easier to deal with. All right, the third icon is analytic stuff, which changes all the time. So you could see which columns to put in for a map. If we had latitude, longitude, we'd use that. All right, so this is kind of a boring map. Boring chart. Total units by country. Again, you should probably go into the x-axis and make that a little. You have to click the right thing. And okay, x-axis. There we go. Please do take pity on your audience. All right. Probably could add data labels. They're here somewhere. There we go. Doesn't hurt. All right, so this is a slicer. To get a slicer, you click this slicer thing and just drag the field in here. And what I did was subcategory. So touring bikes are sold in many countries. Road bikes. I wonder why in Australia they don't ride road bikes. I guess they don't like going in the outback. No, excuse me, road bike is the skinny wheeled one. But you could just see the numbers, and here's a better looking chart. So you may not see any difference, but we see two bits of information about your data. The first one is the total number for each country, and then the second bit of information is the breakdown. So you could see different countries favor different parts in our product line. So how would you make that? Yeah, we use this second. So the prior, use this fourth chart type, and that's just the column chart. But, a slicer's nice. And data labels are nice. Here, this is the stacked column chart. And, whoops. And you could go sideways to, not. There we go. You could go sideways also. Might as well just leave that. And again, country is in the y-axis. Yeah, country is in the x-axis. Yeah, that's a lot easier to understand. So they changed the nomenclature. country is in the x-axis, y-axis is the numbers, and the legend is the second piece of information, which could have been year or something about profit, but we put subcategory on there, so stacked column chart. People like pie charts, people don't like pie charts, but it's nice to have pie charts, and nice that they are filtered, so one filter can filter many charts. This third pie chart, I put it up here just to nag you. Please never show a pie chart like that. You'll get laughed at. 5, 6, 7 pieces to the pie is already pushing it. So someone will do it though. Someone will have a pie chart that looks like this. So that's that. So I'll just go ahead and whack that. All right, so this tree map is another way of looking at the data. This is country, so we could see which are the more interesting or well received models for each country. So that's interesting. Australia, the most important model is Turing 3000. Germany, Turing 3000. UK, Mountain 200. Mountain 200, Road 650. So that's, you can see a lot of data very quickly here. I put profit per model here. Oh, I made a hierarchy. So how do you make a hierarchy? So you take the first highest level dimension attribute, and then you select create hierarchy, and then you next would be product, and then so you can add this to our new hierarchy, and so we can create that, and then you just drag that over here. So rather than just one, I don't want two of them. Oh no. Rather than just have one dimension, you can have different levels of it. Yeah, good job. Okay, a little buggy tonight, but it's okay. This is, yeah, so we made a model hierarchy, and I kind of wish I had country and city and maybe even zip code hierarchy. That would be interesting to add. But we're looking at profit, and we're trying to solve problems here, and so we're looking at profit, and does profit differ by countries? So for the UK, we're selling a lot of these touring bikes, but it looks like we're losing money, so what the heck? Not good. So maybe the idea is you make more money on some models and less on others, but and by the way, you can just add a text box, and you can format it with all these options here. But I added a text box here, and there was just an icon here to put an arrow in. But that's an interesting chart. So I first made it just profit per bike. Oh, so the Touring 100. If you click this guy right here, since we have a hierarchy, you can do a drill down. So all of them are equally losing money, I guess. But I had just the model here, and then I said, okay, what's level 2? Oh, well, take a look at the country. Take a look at the country, and does profitability differ on each model by country? Are we losing money in only one country? Why would you lose money on a product unless you bundle it with a bunch of spare parts? Who knows? Well, we'll see in part 2, I guess.